So guys, the crypto markets are currently pumping. Altcoins are pumping. Bitcoin dominance fell about a percentage. The CPI data came out today, which is having a fluctuation on the markets. The US economy isn't doing too good. The US stock markets aren't doing too good, which is having an effect on all of this currently what's going on. And actually, the sentiment in this space is actually starting to shift upward. But today I want to give you guys exactly the news events that are currently taking place, the sentiment around altcoins still, and exactly when price action is more likely going to be returning back to Bitcoin and altcoins. But if you're new to my channel, go ahead and check out the rest of my content. I'm an intermediate trader documenting my journey, showing you guys my wins, my losses, keeping you guys updated on the day-to-day events, not like the rest of these crypto YouTubers or influencers. I'm actually keeping you guys updated on the day-to-day sentiment and news events, price action around specific indicators, altcoins, and exactly how you need to position yourself in order to make those crazy gains. Right now, guys, the crypto markets have been going up and down, trading sideways, but today has been a green day with the CPI data coming out. A lot of mixed sentiment about that and how the US economy is doing and the US markets in general. So I want to talk to you guys about all that stuff currently. I've been doing some leverage trading. Eric, buddy, I saw your comments. I'm going to make a full video about leverage trading either tomorrow or this weekend. I've just been doing a whole bunch of moves, been making some good money with it, but I'm just super busy. But guys, let's jump into the information that you need to know and when altcoins are more than likely going to be ripping up. So guys, like I said, the crypto markets are currently pumping. Bitcoin sitting at around 97,000. Ethereum, get this freaking ad out of here, sitting at 2745. Bitcoin dominance, like I said, fell about a percentage, sitting at around 60%, almost 61%. And the total two chart is ripping up for the daily. And overall, if we look at my portfolio, guys, you can see that a lot of my altcoins are up, not quite significantly, but a good amount for the 24-hour. And we did see pumps yesterday as well. So this is where you want to make sure that your altcoins, guys, your altcoin portfolio is actually seeing some green in the market whenever the markets are starting to pump. The strongest coins, guys, are going to be the coins that rally the hardest. Overall, though, Benjamin Cohen talks about the CPI data that came out, the actual report, 3%, estimated 2.9, prior 2.9. Overall, this data that came out, guys, was a little bit fuddish for the crypto markets. People thought it was short-term bearish news, which when I was leverage trading and the live meeting was going on with Powell and everything, I actually was seeing fluctuations in the market. Everything was starting to pump, and then at the end of that speech, everything actually started to go down, or the conference or whatever. But overall, guys, Justin Bennett talks about the US economy and the S&P and pretty much how it correlates with the crypto markets and how you can understand exactly these other indicators in the market and pretty much how it has an effect on everything. The S&P has been a mess, as have a lot of markets, but the behavior so far in 2025 couldn't be more clear. Many will incorrectly believe this doesn't affect crypto, but it absolutely does. And he talks about pretty much the specific zones that we're currently seeing for the S&P 500, and more than likely he says that we've already retested a certain zone where we want to get to, but overall we haven't retested this other low. And usually we like to see sweeps before we start to see price action running, and if we see the S&P start to get affected like this, who knows exactly how the stock markets are going to be affected, which is super key to keep an eye on. Overall, though, this is a really good post by Crypto Michanel talking about exactly his experience in the previous cycle and his portfolio going down 75%, and then how everything ended up rallying up 50 to 250x, which is crazy. And this should give you a little bit of clearance and understanding of how to navigate the space and whenever your altcoin portfolio is getting beat to shreds. During the previous cycle, my portfolio went down more than this, 75%. This was after I went full all in on altcoins. It felt like the markets ended, which was really crazy, guys. You could see the crazy dip where he says he was all in and then everything just started crashing significantly. He said the 12 months after that, altcoins went up 50 to 250x. And he says this cycle won't be any different. And this should give you guys a little bit of perspective as someone that has been here through multiple cycles and has seen their portfolio go down about 75%. And then after that, guys, altcoins rallied anywhere from 50 to 250x, which this is where people make generational wealth because they believe in the markets when nobody else believes in this. And this is a great post just letting you know exactly if this is your first cycle or if you're just navigating this space. Understand that this happens for a lot of crypto investors, but if you're willing to understand how price action moves, how liquidity moves, and stick with it, you're going to be one of the people that makes some crazy gains. Overall, Crypto Intelligence X talks about exactly where we're at in the cycle, and I think it's a really great post. He says the cycle is most likely not over, which is true, but he says, but it is also also not just the beginning, bro, which a lot of people say this is just the beginning, and it's not. We've been keeping up with this cycle, guys, since the beginning of 2024 and pretty much the whole progression throughout it. And right now is pretty much the, final stretch, which is where you need to start to lock in. It says we progressed well into the bull market for over 2.5 years. Always consider this when building new positions and manage risk accordingly. So understand that, guys, whenever you're allocating to the market, more than likely we're in the final stretch. So you need to understand that. You need to lock in. Jumping into the chart with Crypto Con, he gives price action around Bitcoin and pretty much his estimates as to where we're going to be going. And he talks about a 166,000 Bitcoin by March, which is really crazy to think about, but let's hear his thoughts. He says, in order for Bitcoin to reach the next rung on this hyper accurate extension in March, which was previously February, it just has to do exactly what it did last year. Seems crazy to think about a 166K next month for Bitcoin, but it's not so far-fetched. We even saw Bitcoin, guys, run up from like 60, 70,000 all the way to 100,000. I don't know if you freaking remember that, but it's possible for Bitcoin to do another crazy rally. He says, or maybe it takes a bit longer this time, which so far everything has been taking a little bit longer. We've been seeing longer sideways consolidation than any other cycle. He says, but the cycle isn't over and that target isn't going anywhere. So at the end of the day, guys, these predictions have proven to follow through throughout each cycle. And we can see these highs and exactly the predictions that are predicted for Bitcoin in March. And this is where we have been, thinking where price action was going to start to get crazy at the end of February, moving into March. And I've been pretty much sticking to this. Every crypto analyst and crypto trader has been sticking to this thesis. And at the end of the day, you need to be doing it too. But overall, swiping everything to the side, guys, right now is a super important time to start locking in. We have a whole bunch of news events starting to take place. We have more important data that's going to be coming out in March. And right now, if you're not keeping up with the price action around Bitcoin, Ethereum, altcoins, Bitcoin dominance, then you don't know how liquidity is shifting and how you need to position yourself. It is super important, guys, to go through all of these specific things, which is why I keep you guys updated with the day-to-day events and the sentiment and how everything shifts. Everything goes really crazy in the crypto markets. A lot of people don't understand these indicators and how to navigate the space. But once you have an understanding of how previous cycles have played out, predictions for price action around Bitcoin and altcoins based off of specific timing in the year, you're going to have, much more confidence in your positions and pretty much how the crypto cycle is going to play out. But right now is a really important time to look at that crypto portfolio, look at your allocations, and make sure that you are allocated to the right positions, because like Crypto Intelligence X said, this is not the start, bro. This is not just the start. At the end of the day, we have already been in this cycle for a while. This is the final stretch. I plan to make some gains in March and take those profits, which is why you need to stay tuned with the content. If you're new to my channel, go ahead and check out the rest of my content. I'm an intermediate trader documenting my journey since the beginning of 2023, showing you guys my wins, my losses, keeping you guys updated on the day-to-day events, price action around altcoins, Bitcoin, how liquidity shifts, and exactly how the day-to-day news has an effect on the markets, exactly like the CPI data, more events that are coming out around the US economy, the stock markets, and everything else in between. Now is the time to lock in, guys. Altcoins are about to freaking rip up. You have been waiting for this time, but now is the time not to get lazy. Now is the time to lock in, to get ready, to look at that altcoin portfolio, understand where liquidity is going to be shifting, and get ready for it. But overall, guys, if you're new to my channel, drop me a comment, like, subscribe. If you're not new to the channel, drop me a comment, like, subscribe. I appreciate all the support you guys show me on this YouTube channel. Eric, I'm gonna get to you, buddy, about the leverage trading. Anyone interested in leverage trading? I've been having some good days, guys. This is my leverage trading portfolio right now. I plan on running this up to about a G, hopefully in the next week or so, but everything in due process, and I plan on sharing everything with the channel. So like, comment, subscribe, stay tuned, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.